The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
I'm really bad at living that stuff, so the only thing that came to mind was screaming.
Screaming works.
So it worked.
Screaming is good.
Screaming works. So we're kind of out of sorts right now. Our guest is caught in traffic, but he's a porn star and he's kind of cute.
He's hot.
Red-headed.
Yes.
Red all over. You can see that on his website.
Yeah, it's on his website.
Y'all check that?
I did.
The website.
I checked it out. And then
as soon as I got the address of the website, I checked it out.
What the hell? I mean,
I clicked on the
do
link.
My research over and over, but I didn't.
I clicked on the link while I was printing out the thingy that I got to print out. So I clicked on the link and I was in my living room. My kid was on the other side of the living room and I was like, "Oh wow, this is really nice." And then my kid started walking towards me. And I was like, "Close, close, 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 close."
You don't even need a website. You can go to his Twitter. Plenty of pictures on his Twitter.
Twitter puts the peckers all over the place.
That's right. The picture that I posted earlier this afternoon where he's laying down next to the pool and his feet up are in the air, I took from his Twitter. So
I took by his pool.
He's a hottie.
I'm just gonna do
So-
a quick selfie really fast. Probably should have done it beforehand, but
What, Ebs?
I'm a little late to the
So,
game.
is there anything that's bothering you this week?
Internet trolls generally bother me.
Internet trolls. Fucking Robert is a troll.
Look, we didn't even give that motherfucker a show name. He's one of our best friends forevers, but he's a fucking
him.
internet troll.
Here's what I was going to ask. I actually, here's the rest that I didn't even get to read the rest because at one point I chimed in I'm going through and I'm scrolling. And the past 2 days has been amazing, but
preamble this with, so y'all know what's going on with the NFL and everybody taking a knee, and the grand high poobah Cheeto of Cheetos is like, fuck the NFL, and everyone else is like, veterans are all like, we kind of fought for their right to do whatever the fuck they want, really, as long as it's not disrespectful. And honestly, taking a knee is not disrespectful, because for those of you who follow the 3 major Abrahamic traditions, know that taking a knee is a sign of respect for spirits and beings that are beyond you.
well, do you guys know why
Even
he
if it's
takes
not
it?
an Abrahamic religion, because I was just thinking the other day I should make a meme just for our private
Group?
religion. You're taking a knee and the Star Spangled Banner starts playing in the back. What do you do? What do you do? Because you wouldn't know what to do.
So,
let me just really quick. Can I share with you? Are you guys aware why he takes a knee or why
Yes.
Kaepernick took a knee?
No,
How that came about.
We are, but go ahead and explain it to any audience that might not, because
Okay,
we have
so
an
there's-
international audience.
international.
So there's a reason why, and you guys can discuss why and what made him do it. But here's what the knee is. What the knee is about for him. Kaepernick the first 1 or 2 times, sat during the national anthem. He sat. He chose not to stand. And he was doing it to protest or bring awareness to police brutality against black people. And it's something that is really rampant in our country. And he, kind of wanted to bring awareness to it. So he felt that he wasn't able to stand until everybody was afforded the same freedoms. But so the first 2 times he sat, and then he met with a gentleman, and his name is Nate, and unfortunately I don't have his last name on me. Former military, Green Beret. He met with him, 90 minutes they got together, before a game, and the guy said exactly what you said. Hey, I fought for your right to do this. I may not agree, but I understand your reasoning, and I understand that this is important. And after that 90 minutes, they came to the conclusion that it would be more respectful for him to go out and take a knee versus just sit all together.
Right.
So he chose to, he goes out and he takes a knee, and there's other meanings behind the knee. If you go through it, even in the military, like when somebody dies and they fold the flag and then it's given, I believe they're on a knee when they do that. So there's many different points that the knee is a sign of respect. And so that's where the knee came from. I mean, the reasoning behind it, you know, so much more. But the actual knee came from a conversation he had because he was being very open-minded to say, hey, what's the best way to do this? Like, I want to be respectful, but I still want to, you know, make my point.
And it was a former military person who suggested
a Green
he
Beret
take
at
a knee.
that. Yes.
In the Abrahamic religions, in non-Abrahamic religions, taking a knee
is
is
a sign of
very
respect.
respectful. Kings and queens of Europe. If you wanted to approach a king or queen of Europe, you usually had to take a knee.
Martin Luther King.
He took a knee regularly. So here's the deal. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can even not like what other people do. That's totally okay. But as the leader of the free world, you cannot call for an entire group of people to be fired because you don't agree with their point of view.
Or turn it into
a political statement.
Something else other than what it means in the first place. So I posted my personal sentiments on my personal Facebook page, and we have a troll named Robert who is doing nothing but riling everybody up.
So
he does it on purpose. Y'all, I just like to let you know I'm not going to say he's not like that in real life, because he is. But it's less impactful in real life because you can see that his tongue is in his cheek. Whereas online, he is just full-on internet fucking troll. And you just got to know him to not hate him.
So I'm scrolling past, and I see this, and I don't realize that it's, like, I thought it was on the wrong page. People are a little bit more vocal in not necessarily intelligent ways if I'm on one of my two pages.
Right.
So I really thought for a minute I was on the wrong one, and I'm going, no.
And under my post.
I'm on yours. And so that one, like, I went back up like twice, and I'm like, is this, I don't get it. Like, is it for real? Is it, what's happening?
Is this an Onion article?
Is it a joke? And then at one point you're like, fuck you, Robert. And I'm going, no, this is, like, she wouldn't keep going. Like, what's happening here? And then it just continued with the things he was saying, and I'm just like, oh, he's so misguided or whatever. Like, there's people you can talk to, and there's people you can have a conversation with.
You cannot do this with him.
I want to hear your point of view, whether I agree or not. I want to hear it, and I want to share mine, and, like, let's discuss this like, you know, humans. And there was none of that. I mean, I got to a point where I'm like, yeah, no,
I do want to talk about the reason I posted in the first place. Is a friend of mine actually posted the explanation that you gave for Colin Kaepernick and why he knelt in the first place, and a mutual friend of ours told her that she needed to get to steppin'. Meaning, get out of the country.
No. Wow. Don't be saying no mutual friend. I don't like that motherfucking skunt.
No, to me and the girl who posted.
Okay, I was going to say.
A mutual friend of
she
mine.
And I ain't friends on the Book of Faces for a motherfucking reason.
Anyway, she told this my friend, that if she didn't like the country that she lived in, she should get out. And for some reason, that just ignited some spark in me. I didn't even need the gum, right? Was like, why is it the first thing that people say when you disagree with that you have to stand and salute the flag is get the fuck out of the country if you don't love this country? My patriotism is not any less better than your patriotism. Just saying. I stand with all the guys who took a knee. I'm wearing Steelers colors today because that's been my team since I was a kid, and I am proud of them for staying in the locker room. I'm proud of the one Steeler who came out to the end of the dugout and stood there.
And the Steeler who came out didn't mean to come out. There was an article in regards to him today that there was a little bit confusion between him and the captains, and initially he said he wanted to go out, and then they all agreed to stay in, and then there was some confusion at the end, and he went out. And so he came back today and said, listen, I made a mistake in going out because I felt like I was throwing my team under the bus. That wasn't my intention. There was a little bit confusion right there at the end as to, you know, who was going out. I think the captains were going to go out, and so he was going to go with them.
Here's what it boils down to. This is the fucking gnat's ass of this problem. And that is that under the Constitution of the United States of America, we all have the freedom. Well, it's not really the Constitution. It's like whatever. We all have the right to do or say whatever we want, as long as it is A, not an act of treason, and B, does not incite a violent riot. So taking a knee or standing with your hand over your heart, taking a dump, staying in the zone, coming out of the zone,
sitting on your motherfucking couch with Cheetos in your goddamn mouth while you're drinking a Pabst.
Whatever it is you want to do. Don't be knocking on my Pabst Blue Ribbon now. PBR is the fucking shit. Whatever you want to do, that is your literal right to do so. I joined the United States Army, swore an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States, to defend it against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. And you know what? A guy who takes a knee during the national anthem, not a fucking enemy, neither foreign nor domestic. A guy who stands with his hand over his heart, a former military person who stands at the position of attention or stands at parade rest. The disabled person who can't do any of that. Are you going to get mad at them because they can't stand? Or are you going to get mad at them because maybe they made the conscious effort to not stand if they could stand? You don't get to say they're wrong because they're right. They have the right to do what they want. Men, good women fought and died for their freedom to stand, kneel, or shit. It doesn't fucking matter. And your opinion of it doesn't fucking matter.
And here's the deal. Up until this point, most of these internet warriors were really exactly what you were saying. Like, the game's about to start. They're like, let me go take a shit. Time to dump. Time to go get, this.
Do I got my hummus open? Hummus isn't open.
Nobody's standing. I grew up in a football family. At no point.
The national anthem comes on. It's time to go pee.
Right, because you don't want to miss. I mean, that's what happens at home. I'm sorry, that's what happens. Period.
Because you don't want to miss the kickoff. You don't want to miss the coin toss. You just want to.
That's what happens. If you're at home, never. And growing up, and I grew up in Pennsylvania, so that's a toss between Steelers and Eagles. Like that. That's the battle right there. Which do you choose? And my family went with New York. So when in doubt, head the other direction. But
which team?
We never stood.
Giants. Giants.
We never stood in my household either. We're a NASCAR, baseball, football fucking family, and you know what happens? Unless we are at a game, when the national anthem comes on, it's pooping time. We've watched all the preamble shit. We know we got a good 2.5 minutes before we got to be backing our asses in seats. So it's either pooping time or filling the Kool-Aid cups or getting new cold beers or opening the fucking hummus dip. That's what it is. So all you assholes in your internet fucking self-righteousness better be taking videos of yourself every fucking Monday night and every fucking Sunday and every fucking Thursday standing up and saluting or putting your hand over your heart or whatever the fuck it is you think you do that is respectful, because honestly, there is literally nothing on the rules about what you should do during the national anthem.
And so speaking,
there is a flag etiquette.
Right,
not an anthem.
None
etiquette.
of it's associated with the anthem.
And the flag etiquette says nothing about how you should be standing when the flag is being presented.
But it does say you can't wear it on your sports clothing. That is one of them.
It also says you can't use it in advertising, and it also says that you can't
wear it as a poncho.
Right, you can't wear it as a poncho. You cannot print it.
Kid
and
Rock.
that guy's gonna
you cannot print
napkins. You can't have it on anything that you're going to dispose.
So all you motherfucking patriotic assholes who get all that shit
America.
for the 4th of July and have your barbecue and wipe your gobsmacky dirty fucking face off on the United States flag and then throw it in the trash, motherfuckers.
You're being more disrespectful than these guys taking a knee for a reason.
So fuck you.
So really quick, I do want to touch on something you said, and what you said is I want to see you make videos. And so something that I have noticed is people making videos, and I'd like to speak to these videos for a moment. These videos are people taking their Steelers gear, their football gear, burning their season tickets, burning this and that. Now,
the Steelers don't give a shit because you already paid for that.
Okay, I'm getting there. Number one. Every single video I've seen when they rip off their team shirt has had a Trump shirt underneath. Every single one. There is a very common theme, and I've watched quite a few. Number two, exactly what she said. Nobody gives a fuck what you burn. Nobody gives a fuck if you...
Unless it's books or the flag. Well, no, you can burn the flag too, because that's allowed.
You can burn the Steelers flag if you want.
And you know who said you could?
Nobody.
The United States of America?
Anthony Scalia.
Isn't he the most right-wing judge on
well, he's
the
dead
Supreme
now,
Court?
but-
Well, yeah. Wasn't he one of the most right-wing judges on the Supreme
and
Court?
he was one of the ones that said that, yes, as under the Constitution, you have the right to burn the flag.
You can't put it on a napkin, but you can burn it.
But aside from that, in regards specifically to the sports gear, it's already paid for, fuckers. It's already paid for.
So
you are not hurting the fucking NFL by burning all of your... This one dude was burning his plastic fucking plates. Why did you have fucking plastic Steelers plates to begin with?
Opie inhales the toxic fumes from those plastic plates and
what
keels over.
Like, what the fuck, dude? The shit he was burning. I'm like, you have this shit in your home? Like, you should be burning it. It looks tacky as fuck. Like, this is your living room, basically? Come on. But they're all doing it. And here's the thing. It's not affecting anybody. But number two, the next biggest thing is people burning their season tickets. Here's the deal, people. Kaepernick first took a knee back in, August of 2016? Mm-hmm. Did you just buy those season tickets now? Or did you buy them before August of 2016? Because back in August of 2016, when this started happening, everybody said, clear out, we're boycotting, get my season tickets.
Right.
And now you're gonna burn them? Once again, they already have your fucking money.
So
what's it gonna do?
I don't know if a lot of you know this, but what happened on Sunday in the NFL and what happened Monday night for football wouldn't have happened if it hadn't been for Donald Trump mouthing off in Alabama during a speech anyway, where he said that the NFL coaches should fire players who take a knee. The Kaepernick controversy had pretty much quieted down.
It was, well, yes and no. I mean, here's the deal. He didn't, Kaepernick, and I don't know if he has, I mean, I'm not, I know sports, again, I grew up in it, but I think it was a little controversy because he couldn't get a team, and then some were saying, well, it's because he wasn't a great quarterback, and, you know, others were saying it was the controversy, but, hey, but either way, there was still some talk of him, just based purely on the fact that he was trying to get a team.
Right.
You know, so there was a little bit of talk, but you're right. The whole controversy died down until this past weekend. There are a lot of people in here. Hello, all.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Hello.
Hi.
Wait a minute, so the Facebook people don't miss out. And then I gotta do it to the Ustream people. So many fucking cameras.
Oh wow, 1, 2, 3.
So we'll give you a lowdown. This is our live Ustream on our website. That's our live Facebook stream over there. And that's the professional one we'll put on the YouTubes later.
Which is also streaming via the stations
WWDBTV.com.
Wow, I'm on TV.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So we are all over. Oliver, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Wait. This is Thor.
Wait, that's not the whole thing. It's Thor what?
Thor Johnson.
Because what else would it be?
My Johnson's pretty Thor too.
I just wanted to say Thor. I just wanted to say it's Thor.
It's Thor.
It's Thor.
Thor makes you sore.
I think we got Loki over here on the side though.
So who?
I'm the Kreig.
So do you guys have cool names too?
Yeah, this is Julie Rockett. And
Nice.
then Myra Gold.
Myra
Nice.
Gold. Oh, we're gonna pan.
And the
So the
German
professional
guy?
one's gonna.
You're
pan.
on TV now.
I'm just Kreig.
Yeah.
Kreig.
All
I go by
right.
that sometimes too.
He produces
Only when it's
content.
dark in the room and I'm like, hey, scream my name. It's Kreig. Like that's usually when I break that out. Yeah.
So we've been talking since you weren't here with us. We've been talking about the NFL controversy, or
It's not a controversy.
not really. I don't think it's a controversy.
Veteran telling you, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Just don't shit on the flag.
Literally, don't
On
shit
the flag.
on the flag.
Or use it to wipe your fucking goober barbecue fucking mouth on the 4th of July. Fuckers. Or wear it.
It is, right?
It's against the fucking rules.
The most prominent individuals to violate the flag laws is the U.S. government.
Kreig says that the most amount of people that violate the flag's laws is the U.S. government to begin with.
Or your microphone.
Do you have an opinion?
Fucker's done.
You have a microphone.
He's gonna pop his fucking microwave out for you,
You know, it's a touchy
motherfucker.
situation. Like, there's people who are against it, there's people who are for it. I don't think you should drag all that shit into, like, a sporting event, really. I just really don't. I just don't. Just play the damn sport. Yeah,
For those of you watching on the website right now, that white thing you see is the fucking microwave that Johnny Fever just popped out because Toxie asked him to.
And that microphone. Hey, can you get a picture from the outside?
Can I what?
The blonde is real. Just can you take a photo?
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Thor brings up a good point. He says that that kind of protesting, that kind of production should not be at a football game.
I think that it doesn't fucking matter. I think if you have the opportunity to say what you want whenever you want, but that does not mean you don't. That does not mean you won't suffer the consequences of it. So if the NFL is going to lose ratings because the NFL players take a knee, the NFL either has to eat it or they have to make them change their ways. And honestly, I just don't think the NFL is going to give that big of a shit because a few bits of ratings loss, not a big deal when you're a multi-billion-dollar industry like the NFL.
And here's the
losing
deal:
ratings.
if you want to make a difference, it doesn't happen when you're home whispering it in your bathroom. Like, where is he supposed to take a knee? At Vaughn's? Like at Trader Joe's? What is he supposed to do? He has this national forum where he can do so, and maybe
Don't tell me if you didn't put a bunch of.
should just tweet.
Don't tell me you wouldn't get a bunch of right-wing
I
crazy
want to
fucks.
talk about that a little bit too. So,
Don't tell me if you didn't put a bunch of these right-wing crazy fuckers out on an NFL field that they wouldn't take the opportunity to make a political statement. They would.
Yeah.
They are no better or no worse than anyone else. You're all the fucking same.
there's
All
also
of
the
you. Vote
argument.
Libertarian.
There's also the argument that football players are nothing except entertainers. They're here to entertain us. That's it. I say Rome tried that with their gladiators.
And look how that turned out.
But why does an entertainer not have
Go
a voice?
Caligula.
They
And
have as
they're-
much of a voice as you have a
That's
voice,
right.
as our president, who, by the way, was an entertainer, has a voice.
Not
We
a
all
very
have
good one either.
voice, But we all have a voice. So I hate that argument.
So do I.
Why the fuck doesn't...
We use this opportunity to air our viewpoint to other people. Why
That's right.
should not anyone else with their own opportunity
And,
take
and,
we're
that?
also gonna
and
use
if
it to
Trump
talk about
owned
your
this
schlong,
station,
so-
you wouldn't be here.
No,
Right.
no, we wouldn't. A, because we're too fat, and B, because, well, fuck you, Trump. So, I'm just saying I voted for Gary Johnson.
Oh my God.
That makes it better?
Yeah, I voted for the guy who's trying to make federal weed legal and to make sure that our schools don't get entirely fucked the way they're being
Voted
fucked
for the
right
guy
now.
who took a shit ton of votes that could have swung elsewhere.
He did not take any more votes than he took the last time he ran. He did not
And
swing any additional
There were
votes.
46.7% of registered voters did not vote in the last motherfucking election.
And the numbers will show you
46.7%.
the reason Democrats didn't win is not because more people voted for Republicans, not because more people voted for Libertarians. It's because less Democrats voted.
Because they thought it was a lock. I thought it was a lock. On election night, I sat on Facebook and I was fucking posting every single time a state went one way. North Carolina teetered on the edge for like ever. And it completely freaked me out that it went the way that it did.
On election night, I sat and drank gas station wine.
Yeah.
On election night, I hung out at a dispensary with Tommy Chong.
That probably would have been the best thing to do.
I did do yoga first. So.
Well, election night, I voted election morning, and then I went home and I watched the election until it was bedtime because I had to work the next day, and then I went to bed.
And
then I woke up to Donald Trump as our fucking president.
ABC called it, yeah.
It was insane.
I was up all night too.
Yeah.
It was
up all
insane.
night.
All right, so
Why don't you talk to your guest?
I was just getting to that. If you'll give me a fucking moment to host my own show.
Hey, shut up.
So
shut up, Robert.
Shut up and sing, bitch.
Shut up and dance with me.
Just be the pretty face, Johnny. Just be the pretty face.
We have.
And I'll go on my Facebook Live.
We have with us a male porn star, and we don't often get male porn stars, and when we do, we ask them to take their cocks out. I'm just kidding. We
usually do that
just
after
kidding.
the show.
After the show. The last studio had like cock lines on it.
Apparently, as I found out when I got in here, I'm the only one who has not seen your penis.
Oh, well,
So
it's all
how
over the
is it
internet,
possible?
so.
I know,
You
I
have
don't
seen
know
his
how it's
penis? You have seen his penis at the
I
studios.
didn't see.
Oh,
I
I
talked to
did.
him after when he was clothed.
I've seen
Have
it.
you seen his penis?
I filmed it.
Have you? Has he found yours?
No.
Why not?
Because he's too shy to pull it out because it's too big.
Anaconda don't want none?
Kreig, why don't you go stand over there by Sierra,
Yeah.
so we can at least get your voice on the air.
Yeah, these mics are
You
pretty
do
good.
a show with Kreig, correct?
Kreig runs the radio show.
Okay.
I do
Come over
a
here,
show
actually.
with Kreig's wife, Jenny
Right.
Rockett.
Okay. So Thor here, not only is he a porn star, X-Tube sensation, but he also does a local radio show, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, we host it at the studios every Saturday night at 7:30. The studios, what's the address? It's on
5150 South Pecos Road.
and it's a swingers club. It opens at 9:30. You can come in and see the studios.
Right in between these two.
You can come in and see the
Well, hello there, Stuntcock.
the radio show before they open up. And sometimes the radio show gets pretty wild. Sometimes it's just laid back. It depends on
If we have pink box donuts.
yeah, it depends on your pink box donuts.
Nobody mentioned donuts.
Oh, does this mean you're actually going to get to my house at a reasonable hour and we can go to the studios
I feel
early?
Midnight is a reasonable hour, but now that I just heard pink box donuts, I might be willing to get there a little earlier.
I'm just
That's how
saying,
you
this
bring
bitch
the
like,
fat chick out.
I'll be there at 9:30, 1:30 in the morning. I'm on my way.
So, are you on the radio as well?
Periodically, I'm the one that runs all the equipment and sets up the broadcast and
You're our Johnny.
pretty much.
You're our Johnny Fever.
So here's how. So we encountered you guys, and I just realized I'm a little slow sometimes.
Bond is real.
Sometimes, just be the pretty face over there. And so we encountered you first, and we discussed it 2 weeks ago on the show about the. It's not.
It's
what
not
is
a
it called?
Sibian.
I know we're
Motor Bunny.
a motor bunny.
Bunny.
And you're proficient. What did we call him? The DJ, the clit DJ or something?
Yeah, he was spinning the clits of the 80s, 90s, and today.
So that was him.
Because he's like, wah, 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 wah.
And you were working it like up and down. It was like perfect. It was all wah 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 wah. Yeah.
Yeah, you were
Like you were
the
working the soundboard.
you were the Tiesto of clits that night.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But every girl is different, so you have to change it up. So
Well, I'm hoping you are.
What we discussed when we talked about it was we were close enough, and it vibrated so hard that we had secondhand orgasms. Like,
Off to the side.
Yeah, just sitting there to the side. We were like, oh,
That's nice.
that just happened.
Just lean forward a little. Ooh.
We're like, turn it up. Turn it up. She needs more juice.
You're quite the proficient master at the motor bunny.
I have become quite efficient at it. I started slow. I started with the magic wand, and now I've been worked up to the motor bunny.
I want to get worked up to the motor bunny.
Come on over.
Come on over.
Literally.
I'll come all over.
And
It's
then,
okay.
And then after we encountered you, and you said your name was Thor.
And you're the skunk cock.
I assumed it was a stage name, and then you tried to say it wasn't. And I'm like, no, ours are stage names. We know stage names.
I've heard me a stage name.
Although if your name really is Thor Johnson, that would be the most awesome thing ever.
It is really
like,
Thor Johnson.
Seriously?
Serious.
I'm going to high five your parents.
Boom. Yeah. That is the best. Like, I wish I had more kids.
Don't you come from Pennsylvania, which is really close up there to that whole breed of people that name their kids Thor. Don't you know more than one Thor?
That could be why I'm like really interested in the name. Be like, it reminds me of home.
You might be related.
Where are you from?
Utah.
Maybe
Oh,
we
wow.
are.
Yes. Are you from Utah?
Breaking the chains, huh?
It's almost the same.
Pennsylvania.
Amish, Mormon, kind of.
Only part
It
of
is
the-
very similar, isn't it? Yeah.
You know, except the whole electronics thing. Mormons
So,
are all up in that.
For those of you that are watching, Nashoba says, well, hello, Thor. Those of you watching on Facebook or listening on
Wait, what kind of
WW...
dildos do the Amish use?
They don't.
Wooden
wooden-
one.
They churn butter.
Corn
They
cobs.
use the butter churners. Trust
Crank
me.
on it.
Cucumbers.
Corn
They-
cobs have more texture.
They also got all that hair in
That's what
them.
this was about. That we'd be talking about fucking
corn cobs and yeah.
We regularly end up talking about fucking vegetables. Are you kidding me?
I know vegetables do come up often.
I love it that she said fucking vegetables.
Now, Thor?
Yeah.
It really is your name.
Yeah.
God, that's so awesome. How did you get into the porn industry?
I started posting jerk off videos online just to think, oh, maybe a girl will see it and she'll want to come fuck me.
Wait. Where did you post them online?
Hold on, let me get my pen. I need notes.
And is it like how guys send out dick pics where you like, instead of a dick pic, you were like, I have a jerk off video?
I assume so. I mean, I just thought maybe some girl will see it and contact me and want to fuck. Because this is at the beginning of these websites where people were posting themselves fucking their wife or
Right.
jerking off and stuff like that. And every now and then you would see like somebody posting saying, oh, me fucking another Xtube person that we met online. So I was like, well, hell, I want to do that. I want to meet a woman on Xtube. So I was like, well, how does one do that? So I was like, well, I've got a big dick, so I'll jerk off and record it and post it online. And I did that a couple times. Never got contacted by any women. And
He said women.
Guys, though. Guys like
I got
the
contacted
jerk off
by
video.
thousands of guys. What happened is, so I was working for the oil company Halliburton,
Okay.
and
Were you a roughneck?
I was, yeah. I was driving a Halliburton
Sorry.
semi truck
Vagina
up
tingled.
to North Dakota, and I had a girlfriend at the time, and I was like texting her, "Oh, I'm so horny," sending her dick pictures as I was driving. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna record it as I'm driving." So I was jerking off as I was driving the semi truck.
Which makes sense, right?
No wonder I'm so wary of driving next to those semi trucks.
And
Because I mean, one wrong move and he's like into me.
But I assume that's what all semi-truck drivers are doing. Like, I just
You're
drive
pretty
with the
accurate on it,
assumption,
That
as
they're
I'm
all
going
jerking
past
off.
them, that they're probably jerking or getting head. Like, one of the two.
probably not getting head, probably just jerking off.
Well, in my mind,
It's a lonely life.
in my mind, someone's riding with them that they picked up at a truck stop, and
That's the hitchhiking rule. Didn't you know George Carlin said that's the hitchhiking rule? If you're hitchhiking, you get picked up by a trucker, you're supposed to be given a blowjob on the
that's what
drive.
I've always known. I mean, I guess.
I mean,
guess,
it's not just because she likes to put dick in her mouth, but you know.
There's
Just, I've always assumed that was the rule. We
I'm
hitchhiked a lot in Pennsylvania. I assumed it was the rule. I thought it was common.
I think it's only a rule if it's in a book form, you know.
I'm sure it's Hitchhiker's
If
Guide.
George Carlin wrote a book, it's in book form.
I'm sure he wrote several books. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I posted it on Xtube and forgot about it. Whatever. And a week later, I got called into the office. And
your work office.
my work office
Okay.
for Halliburton, and their main station is in Houston, Texas. And I come in, they say, they bring me into the room, and the whole long table, and everybody's sitting there. And head
Is
HR,
it filled with all executives?
head HR
All holding
woman
their
from
mobile
Colorado
phones.
is there.
I happen to know where this is going, but keep going
And they
because
said-
I got comments.
Houston has a problem,
Oh no!
which is fucking hilarious that they said that phrase. But I was like completely dumb. I was like, okay, and they're like, okay, sit down, and they started pulling these pictures out of a vanilla envelope of me in the truck driving and pinching my nipple. And I instantly knew, and they're like, can you tell us about the website xtube.com? And I was like, fuck. I was like, yeah, it's an adult website. And then they never pulled any more pictures out. I don't know if they probably didn't have a dick picture.
Oh no, they did.
I'm sure they did.
I know HR, they did. Trust me.
I've worked in HR too.
They probably weren't
Trust
going
me.
to pull it out in front of the whole board.
No,
Why
they
not?
didn't pull
You
it
did.
out. They
No.
saved it for later.
But
That went into their spank
I lost
bank.
my job. Apparently, it hit 70,000 views in the first week, and which was like unheard of then at that time, because these websites were, now you get online and there's full porn videos fucking everywhere. That was the very beginning of when these websites launched. So it was like nobody got 70,000 views in like 1 week.
So my comment on this then is that somebody went on XTube,
Who worked
watched
for
you
them.
jacked
Yeah.
off, recognized you and your vehicle, and then went to HR and said, hey, I was watching porn and found one of our employees on there.
Which is why I never worried about it.
That is huge
But
balls for
apparently
somebody to go.
reported it.
That's why I do this show, because I know I ain't never ever going to my boss and saying, I was watching this show about these fat chicks who were talking about
It
shit.
happens all the time.
It happens all the time. Apparently, somebody admitted that they watched me jerk my dick driving a
told-
semi-truck, and they reported it.
I'll
And
bet
they
it was
had to
Dick
tell
Cheney.
everyone.
Or if they were Libra, they said, a friend of mine sent me this video that you really need to see.
Something like that.
Yeah, I would have done it anonymous. Like from my cubicle, I would have been like, a friend saw this video of.
Yeah.
Having also worked in
Friend.
IT, we know you watched it at work.
So since you got fired from this job, did you just decide, fuck it, I'm just gonna...
Well, my rent was $1,100 a month. I was fucked. I didn't have, I was living in an oil field town, and I'd always wanted to do porn, and so I never knew how to really get into it. Because when you want to get in the industry, there's no guideline out there on the internet for like, hey, if you want to get into porn, blah, 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 blah. It's all just traps. Hey, come do a couch thing, and, like...
There's no porn for dummies.
Yeah, there's nothing like that. So I was like, well, maybe I'll ride this out and see where this goes. And then I still no women. So I kept making jerk off videos, and
Still no women.
yeah,
Still no women.
women do
That's
not
a
buy
hashtag.
porn. And
No,
if they
no,
do-
we watch it for free.
And if they do, they don't admit to buying porn. It
No,
just
we
doesn't
don't. We
happen.
watch it for free.
So
We're cheap.
the only person who contacts these male porn actors are gay guys. And if any male porn actor tries to tell you otherwise, they're lying out their ass. They cater to gay men. And whatever, that's cool. So that was my fan base. And they started wanting me to buy my underwear, and it's just all this new stuff started like developing and having me make custom jerk off videos as I'm saying their name. And then I went and backpacked Asia for a while, and that kind of like funded it. And people would donate, like just give me money, like, oh, here's $500. And I was like, wow. And I got back to
Every male watching our video right now is scrambling to go make a jerk-off video.
I've got tons of
But
jerk off.
don't send it to us. That's the thing, because we get them anyway.
Yeah.
So,
SinCityBounty@gmail.com. In the sign, in the subject line, put jerk off video for Sierra. That's all you gotta do. They don't have to watch it.
You're gonna get a bunch of
She does love that.
little dicks.
You know what? For me, not the size of the boat.
So,
like a jerk circle.
I get tons and tons and tons of guys sending me pictures every day of butts that nobody wants to fuck, dicks that nobody wants to suck. It's never no guy with a nice fat cock is like, hey, I like your stuff. Look what I got. That hardly ever happens.
No, they're usually
No,
the
it's not there.
$3 Chuck.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's not theirs.
There was one guy from Georgia. He was a black guy, and he had a cock 11 by 8, 11 inches long, 8 inches around. Beautiful dick.
That is a destroyer. That's not. That's an aircraft carrier.
It's amazing. I wish mine was like that. I would have got famous a lot longer ago.
No, but we talked to somebody who had what the fuck, curly hair, cute guy, Donald Trump, and his
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
The cervix puncher.
Yeah, the cervix puncher. But his dick was so big. He said it was hard to kind of casually date because girls were like, "Yeah, you're only sticking the tip of that in there," and that's all he would kind of get.
But he's dating the wrong type of women. There's a lot of women who just can take a fucking monster dick, and that's all they want.
I know one of those.
Literally, all they fucking want is nothing less than 10 inches.
I know
And then some women can't even take a regular size dick.
No.
This is how it is. They say all women have the same size vaginas. It's bullshit.
No,
I know.
that's bullshit.
I've been in over 100 of these vaginas now. And it's like,
that's a pretty good sample size. I'm just saying.
It's like men's penises. They come in all different shapes, sizes, and colors, and
textures.
They're all
Flavors.
they're all different. They're all different. Some of them are this short. Some of them you don't even hit the back. Some of them are this tight. Some of them are just like
a sandwich baggie.
Yeah, it's like this, and then you put your hand in there, and everything is squished around it. They're all different. Every woman has a different vagina. Every one of them. No woman has the same.
So some want the 10-inch.
Some
Minimum.
want nothing less than 10-inch. Most women want about average, but they want a thick dick. They don't want
Girth is pretty important to a lot of.
I like a
something
tuna
skinny.
can, Charlie. I do.
Yeah, something thicker. It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be super long. It
Why are you
doesn't need to be
laughing?
thick.
That is not the first time I've said that.
I know, but every time all I think of is like a tuna can as I'm like cutting it open
Yeah.
to make sandwiches.
So the next time you make tuna salad, think of my dick preferences.
Okay, so I want to go back in the history just a little bit here.
Wide.
You said when you were working at the place and then you got fired, you had a girlfriend at the time. That's the reason
I had
you
a
made the
girlfriend at the
video.
time.
What happened to the girlfriend?
Okay,
She
so,
must have gone because then you didn't have any vagina for a while.
Well, I went after I got fired. I really wanted to go backpacking, so I was like, "Hey, babe, I'm gonna go backpacking in Asia for like 3 months," and she was like, "Okay," and we broke up.
Okay.
And then I came back, and then we got back together, and I moved in, and all that time, I never told her that's why I got fired. I told her they found it on my work phone because I did record it with my work phone.
Right.
And so, because how do you tell? I mean, I had barely even done anything. How do you tell somebody? Oh, I was posting this on this. She'd have never talked to me again at that point.
Well, then you're dating the wrong kind of girl, because I'd have been like, hold the phone, I need to get a producer.
That and let me share it with all my girlfriends.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Mama's about to get rich.
So I came back and we dated, and it was a fantastic relationship. And all this time, it started to develop while I was dating and living with her. And then I became this guy online that was like getting donated money for posting videos, and these guys were donating a lot of money. Originally, I wasn't selling a whole lot of them. I would just post online and say, if you like this content, donate. And that was actually more profitable than selling. Guys would donate $5. Some guys would donate $75. And like 1 week, I made $1,200 on just one video. But then like PayPal found out what I was doing and then fucking blocked me for life. They're really against adult content.
For life.
So I was like, okay, Kickstarter, like all these, because that was the time when these started developing too. And so I did all this crap and I got blocked on all of those because you can't sell adult content through these things. It's illegal. And then like she thought I was like talking to other women online because I'd be like on my phone working and she'd be like, you talking to other bitches online and blah blah blah. And I had to sit her
His
down.
name is David.
I had to sit her down and I was like,
the commercial, the insurance commercial.
yeah,
And he's got an
He's
house you
wearing
wouldn't want to fuck.
khakis and a red shirt,
exactly.
working in a
Well,
call
she
center.
sounds hideous.
That's what it was basically. And it turned out I was talking to guys online.
Jake from
Farm.
State Farm.
And she was cool with it, and then she wasn't. And then she was cool with it, and then she wasn't. She was extremely jealous, but she was cool, and she wanted to be part of that life, but then she just couldn't allow herself. So I moved to North Carolina, and we broke up, and kind of did my stuff out there for a while, went up and down the East Coast and started getting paid to host these bear events. Bears are the heavy-set, hairy, gay guys.
Trust me, our fans know what bears are.
I follow almost every bear Tumblr blog there is.
And we have a BBW event in the summer that backs up against a big bear event.
Yeah.
Here in Vegas.
So when we go hang out there beforehand, I went to the bear convention beforehand. I took my kid, actually. We went swimming, and she's like, I kind of thought there'd be more women and kids here. So I guess she didn't know what it meant. And it was all dudes. It was all dudes.
All big hairy gay dudes.
Yeah. Well,
Which
and
I love
tiny
looking
guys
at,
too,
so there you go.
Who are into them.
Who are into them.
I love hearing that because most women will admit it. Most
What?
women will not admit it.
Do we like bigger guys?
Yes.
I
Most
like a
women
bigger
won't.
guy.
It's my preferred type of guy.
She likes them big and squishy.
I do.
That's good. Cool.
With lots of fur. I love the fur. The
Lots
bear
of
part.
hair, yeah. That's cool.
You're very sexy too. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no, I'm considered a bear. Trust me. Like,
Oh.
Yeah,
not
wait
like
till you see him.
I'm considered more of a muscle bear.
Okay.
Wait till you see him
He's,
naked.
Yeah,
he's a
I'm
bear
hairy
daddy.
and-
I don't know. Most bears I saw have like hairy backs and.
Well,
there's
I'm
not
a
really a lot of
cub.
muscle.
They would consider me like
That's
a
it,
cub.
that's a cub.
Because
There
I'm
you go.
not
There
like
you go.
over 40. You know.
Yes.
He's not a bear daddy yet.
But all my
so
fans
cute.
are bears. Every one of them are bears.
Okay.
5% is tran.
Okay.
Some type of TS, whether it's either a cross-dresser or a TS that lives their full life as the opposite sex.
Right.
And then like maybe a 0.5% is female, but they never talk to me.
Well, you just gained 3 new fans.
And it's gonna be 0.5% plus us.
Plus us 3.
You know what? We've only got a few minutes left, so let's. We got a lot about you. Let's talk. Your website is
My website is thorxxx.com.
Is there a website for the
Thor
radio?
Johnson, right? Thor
I have
Johnson.
2 websites.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thorxxx.com, which you can go to that and it will take you to the clips for sale, or you can join the website. The website link is thorjohnson.xxx.
That's the one I went to.
I went to thorxxx.com. Is there a website for the radio show?
Oh yeah.
It's www.rocketxxx.com. Right now, it links you directly to Demon Seed Radio Network, where at 7:30 you go to the actual website, and there's a little button on the bottom that you hit play, so you can listen to it live going on at that time. We are also on SoundCloud right now. Every episode gets uploaded. I have everything uploaded by the next day. So if you miss the show, you can just go to SoundCloud and pick it up.
Is
Do you
it
guys
Rockett?
want to
Like
come
just-
back here too?
Yeah, come back here and give a
Yeah,
shout
you
out.
guys want to talk?
I also want to give a shout out to
Okay.
Bodacious Magazine. I just got back from a shoot down in Mexico, and they like to shoot big women, BBWs, SS BBWs. They do a lot of
Right.
face-sitting
I was
stuff.
gonna say bodacious.
We know Bodacious.
Oh, you know Bodacious?
We know Bodacious.
Well, I'm a male model on Bodacious now.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, just got back. Yeah.
What are some of the topics that you talk about on Rocket Radio?
It
Rocket.
really depends on who we're having as a guest. We like to just have a different porn actor or somebody from the adult industry and interview them. And then a lot of times they ride the motor bunny and or play the card game, porn star card game or something like that. The topics is just like how they got their career started and what their kinks are. I think a lot of it goes off on kinks.
Ooh, do you have any kinks?
I love fisting. I love water sports.
Ooh, he said water sports. Not jet skis, people. Not jet skis.
Water sports, squirting. I love all that stuff. Yeah.
Those
Have
are
I got
all
a
the
sheet
topics
for
I
you?
bookmark on my porn watching.
Wait until you wake up with your
Fantastic.
fist in somebody's ass.
Right? I hate when that happens because then I'm like, how did my fist get in your ass? It's just, it's confusing.
1 minute.
I want to remember it.
And you are?
Hi, I'm Julie Rockett.
And you also are on the radio show, is that right?
Yes,
This is
that's the
her
radio show.
That's her radio.
It's your radio show.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
Sorry, we were a little cock blind there for a second.
It's okay. Easy to do. I stunt cock.
So now how long have you been doing the show?
The show we've been doing for about 8 months now.
Cool.
Okay.
Right, our own.
Our own show for about 8
Yeah.
months. Before that, we were on Industry XXX Radio.
And are you also in the industry as well?
Yes.
Yes?
Mhm.
You have your website?
It's
And
almost ready. It'll be JulieRocketXXX.com.
All right.
Soon, within the
What
week.
do you have a specialty?
Everything.
Do you have a preferred?
Kind, by
Do you
the
have
way.
a preferred specialty?
Everything.
Depends on the mood, but yeah, I do. I like pretty much everything. I'm still pushing and trying to find my boundaries, so
Oh.
exploring, looking for them. So I'm willing to try a lot of things.
So what did you do before?
I worked in another field. With short children.
Got it. Okay. So so now you're in this field. Totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different. Maybe short adults though sometimes.
Yeah,
Have
sometimes.
you tried that area?
I want little people. In my own personal life, just playing.
I want little
people. I don't film it, so I would like to do. That'd be fun. Get a lot of
Well,
content like that.
thank you very much for coming on our show. We really
Did you do
loved
that
having
again?
you guys here.
You came on their show again. God, can't take you anywhere.
It's all right. We come on this show regularly.
My name is Alexia.
What's your name?
Thor Johnson.
Julie Rockett.
Kreig.
Toxie.
And Sierra.
And we will see you next week if
You're brave enough.
Later, bitches.